Yes, welcome to Zuant, bringing digital twins closer to a live experience. So just as a little bit of background, we've been running for about 20 years, capturing sales leads mainly at trade shows and events by scanning badges with the Zuant app. And obviously we all know what happened when that all screeched to a halt in 2020. And we moved to find and forge a relationship with Matterport so we could do 3D photography of exhibition stands. And we've spent the last 4 years developing the system, and that's taken us out of the exhibitions industry into lots of other areas like automotive and retail and manufacturing. So what we've been looking to do is make it easier for our companies to manage digital twins and access them and share them within their organizations, improve the navigation so anyone joining a space can look around much more easily than having to find their own way. A live receptionist, so to make this closer to the real life experience so that someone can greet you into a space, or they're there to help you if you want help and to pass you on to someone for maybe more technical information. Impressive follow-up. So if you've been in a space, you want more information. So unlike a lot of websites where you struggle to get information, the moment you leave a space, you can get a thank you email with links to content and videos to follow up that visit. And importantly, for all of those hosting a digital twin, to have an activity dashboard so you can see what places are the most interesting, look at the traffic, and manage each of your spaces more easily. And those in the sales side, this is core to one of our main activities of course is capturing information about visitors. If they want to leave their information and they want follow-up, then that's really what this is all about. And part of that is links from a digital twin directly with that information into a CRM or marketing automation system so that you can continue the journey from there. So those are the objectives. That's what we've been developing over the last 4 years. And Plug Power here is a very good example. So this is a Matterport scan using the Pro 3 camera for outdoor and indoor quality of resolution. It's a new, or was a new 18 months ago, hydrogen manufacturing plant, as hydrogen is becoming more and more important, obviously in the industrial field. And this is based in New York State. Their CEO didn't want to have a live presentation or visit to the space at the launch time. You know, there was lots of proprietary confidential processes within the plant. So instead, he wanted to create a webinar and allow people to go through and have the plant tour at their own pace with presentations from different managers within sections of the plant. So this worked outstandingly well. So I'm going to go behind the scenes for this particular installation, and you can quickly see that there were over 60,000 activities just in the space of an hour, 90 minutes. Just over 2,000 visitors did the factory tour. And remember, there was a lot of discussion and hosting of these different presentations. So that was fantastic. And while that is going on, the radar is running in the background, which is the way of actually managing visitors within a space. So you can see there are a number of people viewing this space at the moment, and you can see exactly where they are. You can see the lead score, and you can decide to dive in and start a chat, or dive in and have a video session with someone who's clearly scoring highly based on the number of points they're visiting and the duration of their time in the space. So you can see the navigation box has quickly swiveled around while we're in the space, and Will here has asked for a quick chat. So you can have a text chat with someone or have a video chat while you're in a space to get that extra support. So we think this is really important in the presentation. And then these individual visitors become leads if they're registered. So we see Charlotte here is in the space, exactly what she's looked at, how that looks in a profile visiting the space, and which particular areas were of interest. So for companies wanting to follow up visitors who'd had a complete technical presentation, this is really helpful. Good. There's our 8 minutes. Thank you very much. Look forward to answering any questions later.
Pete, our next question is for you, please. Who are the main users of your solution? Are the users ready to adopt these type of solutions? What are the typical objections that you hear?
So such a variety of users. It started really in the pharmaceutical sector to have laboratories linked, so we could host different digital twins, some in America, some in China, and be able to jump all around the world very quickly to present technology much faster. Are the users ready? I think there's a lack of awareness. Generally, it's an emerging technology, isn't it? And to the outside world, even in industry, a lot of people haven't heard of digital twins yet. Objections are that it's people think it's going to be very expensive. So original digital twins used in the events industry when the pandemic started were costing north of $250,000. Now with the sort of Matterport infrastructure, the Matterport photography can be completed and everything set up for under $2,000. So I think the fact that the cost has come down and there's the whole infrastructure in place, the market is due to take off.
Pete, question for yourself. Are you able to compartmentalize content? For my organization, an example would be open content for external viewers versus protected content for internal or specific client viewing only.
Yes, that's certainly possible. So the option is there to have public access. For instance, if a digital twin is made available on someone's website, but on the internal restricted content, then that would be a gated access where you have full control of the visitors.
Thank you. And question again for yourself, if I could, Pete. Since your solution is based on Matterport, does the recent acquisition by On the Market help or affect its offerings? And then second part of the question, do you have any examples of digital twins for industrial boilers, compressors, and machinery in the field?
So we're delighted with the takeover of Matterport. They've operated in quite a restricted way in the sort of real estate and property market up until now. That's been a main focus, and I think this will unleash Matterport to have more products available for the whole sort of photographic capabilities they have around the world. So we're looking forward to expanding that into other markets, and so it's a key partnership for us. And yes, indeed, we can supply many examples of digital twins in those particular sectors, And I think it's very exciting to think of the use of IoT, where you can have a Matterport digital twin with.
You've just gone on mute, sorry there, Pete.
So I was just saying IoT, I think is going to be very interesting, where you've got that linked to points in a Matterport space, whether it's a factory with machinery running, and being able to view the performance from anywhere of the world through any number of points. So yeah, some great exciting opportunities ahead.